I'm Ellen Wheelton. I'm a music therapist, and my passion is helping people to connect with something greater through sound, frequency, and music. I had a near-death experience when I was a child, so my business is very unique. It's different than probably anything that I ever thought possible, and it's different than probably what you're going to do. But I want to tell you some tips for enhancing your mindset so that you can create a business that is perfect for you around what you want. We heard yesterday from Andrea about how to find your why, and I'm going to go a little more into that later, but first I want to talk about abundant mindset and what it can actually do for you. There are often times when we see people excel, and through the experience of watching them, we think, well, I couldn't do that because of this, that, or the other. But in reality, it's our mindset that holds us back more than anything. And if we were to start practicing stretching the mind and stretching what we believe about ourselves, we'd be able to accomplish so much more. Because what we do is we give ourselves reasons why we can't do things, and then it shuts us off. I'm going to lead you through a crystal singing bowl experience today that will help you move past your limitations. And then I'm going to talk about some resources and questions that you can ask yourself so that you learn what you can do to better set yourself up for success. I'm sure you've heard the saying, where attention goes, abundance flows. That's absolutely true. When you focus on building abundance and stretching your mind, new things can happen. Let me explain it to you. This is about the brain. I have a master's in counseling psychology, so I use that information when I'm teaching people on mindset. Basically, when you visualize something that is outside your current scope of expectation or of yourself, you are stretching your mind and allowing it to become more creative in the possibilities. And I'll explain what that means. Because you are sitting in the discomfort of telling yourself, I can make $1 million a year, over and over, even though you don't believe it, right? You don't believe it. You're exercising that ability for your mind to start to look for ways to make that happen. And when you enhance that with frequency, visualization, sound, and even smell, more and more can happen for you. I'm working right now with Jack Canfield on a personal level to increase my abundant mindset. And I've been working on something for 3 years. Every year, my community and I, my network, my team, we do an abundance challenge where every day we say an affirmation. I am enough. I am worthy. I was born to live an abundant lifestyle. I am magically abundant. I attract what I need. We say different affirmations with oils, gratitude and abundance oil, every day. And we do a gratitude journal. And so many amazing things that have happened that this is expanded to a global scale now. And now people are doing this on a regular basis. And I'll talk about this a little bit more. But what we want to do also is there's this practice of allowing ourselves to recognize what is not working so that we can let it go. Because we can't make space for new things to come in unless we recognize, okay, this didn't work. I'm going to adapt it, change it, and create something new with it. So in a moment, I'm going to take you through a crystal singing bowl exercise. But first, I want you to start to stretch your mind just a little bit. Think about what it would be like if you had an extra $500 a month, $1,000 a month. I think Andrea touched on this yesterday, so it should be easy to imagine. What kind of experiences would you have? What kind of travel? What kind of car would you drive? What would your house be like? What would your day-to-day life be like? What would you buy for yourself that you couldn't now? What would you give to your children, your family, or others that you aren't doing now? Think about that. Now think about $2,000 a month, $10,000 a month. I remember at the beginning of expanding my business when I didn't believe it was possible for myself. And I had a friend, I went to breakfast with her one morning, and she said, oh, well, I'm going to go to the bank after this. And I just thought, this happens to people that aren't me, right? And I said, oh, well, why can't you just deposit the check on your phone? And she goes, well, my residual income business has a limit. I can't deposit anything more than $10,000. And I said, whoa, what kind of check are you getting monthly? She goes, well, my check this month was for $26,000. She pulled it out of her purse and showed it to me, and I realized, oh my gosh, I'm not thinking big enough. Rather than tell you about how you can change your mindset, I want you to experience it. So take a moment, sit back, close your eyes, relax, and breathe. just focus on what I'm saying and connect to your own experience. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Feel your abdomen, hold it, and then a long exhale. Breathe in through the nose, slowly, hold it, and exhale. love to hear about what you saw in the comments of this video. But before that, I want to tell you some things that you can do daily. If you feel like you're having trouble getting there, going to where you want to be. So one thing I learned in working with the abundance experience, frequency, and oils is that we are meant to have what we want. And it's hard to believe, but we're meant to have everything that we ever dreamed of in life. And oftentimes our thoughts are what get in the way. We believe that we're not capable. We believe that we're not educated enough or don't have enough experience. So one thing that helped me get through this was something called the Ancient Scrolls. They are put together by Og Mandino and are based on the work of Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill was one of the original writers of the abundance mindset and shifting mindset to create your reality. And you can hear them on YouTube. You can download them for free. But listening to these scrolls every day, they're 3 to 5 minutes each, really helps you to unlock the potential for yourself. The first one is, today I start a new day. And that's the scroll where you listen and you learn that you are capable and everything that you ever needed. There's no other you. There's no other voice like yours, no other person on this planet, no other composition of DNA that you have, no one with the same experiences. So your unique view of the world is powerful and helpful for others. There's no one else better suited than you. So whatever your chosen why is, you can plug this in. Another one is that today I treat this day with love in my heart, in the marketplace and at home. So everyone that I come into contact with, I treat with love, because that is the basis of these scrolls, that you live in love. Live each day as if it's your last, and that you are nature's greatest miracle. That's another one about teaching about how you are uniquely suited. You don't need experience, because experience is often touted by old men who sit around and talk about it. That we don't have time for that, and we don't need that. What we need is to trust in our own ability to bring about the change that we want. So one thing that really helps me as well is vision boarding. If you like to take pictures and put them up and put lists of all your things that you want to do, make a list of 100 things and make them very visible for people so they can see them as well. Because you might find that someone else can help you to create your dream. You might want to fly in a private jet and someone might have one and they might see this, or you might post it on YouTube or whatever, and someone will see. That's one of my dreams, fly in a private jet someday. That's still on my list. But you never know how you can manifest these things when you simply have them on a list. And that is how I created a sacred partnership for myself when I didn't think it was possible and I didn't think the man of my dreams was out there. But I created a list, I wrote it on a board, I put oils all over it, like gratitude and abundance and joy and envision. Joy is the frequency of love in the body. And I manifested the love of my life in 2 weeks after that. It was really beautiful. But another thing that you can do is you can clean up past issues. That is something that can keep you from manifesting now and from creating a mindset of abundance. So if you think of something or an interaction with someone that has you stuck, there are 2 things you can do. You can reach out to them or that situation directly, or if it's not possible to do that, you can send love through the Hawaiian forgiveness prayer. And this can be even for you or your younger self. And it goes like this: I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And when you say that over and over again, it really unlocks positivity and possibility within you, and it does shift something, even if you can't talk to that person in person. Then the questions. Now this is perhaps the greatest shift for me, is through asking questions every day. The questions are to source or your higher self. Where would you have me go? What would you have me do? What would you have me say, and to whom? 5 questions. And you can rewind this and write them down if you'd like. I'll try to copy them for you guys if you need them. Where would you have me go? What would you have me do? What would you have me say, and to whom? And I like to increase these with frequency because, as I said, I came out of a head injury and a coma to music when I was 12. I knew that I would heal people with music. I didn't know how. And throughout the process, I found things like crystal singing bowls and frequency and mindset shifts and positive psychology techniques that have helped me learn how to really ingrain these practices in my life And with a master's in counseling psychology, I'm fascinated in the brain. So when I speak about the brain, I'm not just blowing smoke for you guys. There's actually a physical response that the limbic brain, the amygdala in our brain, the emotional center of our brain has when we are in fight or flight. And sometimes we get triggered and don't even know. And sometimes our visions of abundance for ourselves can trigger us into fight or flight. And the way to get around this is to use positive psychology to learn to release negative thoughts regularly. When they come in, you just send them out of your head and replace them. And then to use things like absolute pure essential oils that can move into the limbic brain to unlock that connection that the body, the somatic body, has with the amygdala and the emotion brain. So I'll use release. If I really want to release and forgiveness oils, I'll breathe in and say, I'm sorry, please forgive me. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. And as I'm doing this and breathing the oils, it really does unlock things for me. So I wanted to leave you with that. With the questions, I take them up a notch. I put valor on my feet and I ask, where would you have me go? I put joy on my heart and say, what would you have me do? I put a harmony or inner harmony on my wrist. What would you have me say? And then it's divine release or release on the top of my head. And to whom? Where would you have me go? What would you have me do? What would you have me say? And to whom? Hopefully these practices have helped you to shift and you can use these daily. You can also listen to the scrolls daily. And I'm happy to help if you have questions during this process, but I want you to do this all week. When you wake up in the morning, ask the questions. Tell yourself, I am worthy of abundance. Where would you have me go? What would you have me do? What would you have me say and to whom? And watch how your mindset shifts and changes through that practice. Tomorrow we're going to hear from Laureen, and she's going to talk about personal development and how we can really step into the resources that we have at our fingertips to help us move into a state of really being ready to do this work. Because honestly, it's fun. It's fun to have your own business. It's fun to create the life of your dreams. This is what you want, and it will be very, very perfect. So in the comments above or the post below, in the post above, you will find a link to a Google form. Please fill out the question in the Google form and answer that question. Give us your name and email address and Facebook profile name so we can find you if you win. This is our way of keeping track of people and who's entered. So we really need that from you. And then tomorrow we'll hear from Laureen, and it's going to be a wonderful day. Thank you for being part of this. Thank you for coming and giving your energy, and hopefully this was a powerful experience for you. Have a wonderful day. I can't wait to see where you go with this. Bye.